Imagine you are camping in freezing mountains in the middle of the night. You panic and cut your way out of your own tent, not through the door, through the fabric. And then you run outside, barefoot into -30-degree cold. That is exactly what happened in 1959 to a group of experienced hikers in the Soviet Union. And to this day, no one fully agrees on why. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. 9 hikers, all experienced, all prepared, all dead. And the way they died still doesn't make sense. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student, smart, experienced, and not reckless. This wasn't some random trip. They were trained hikers. They knew what they were doing. The group set out in January 1959 into the Ural Mountains in what is now Russia. Their goal to complete a difficult winter expedition. Nothing unusual until things started to go wrong. On February 1st, 1959, the group set up camp on the slopes of a mountain, a place now known as Dyatlov Pass. That night, something happened. We don't know what happened, but we know the results. When rescuers arrived days later, they found the tent still standing, but something was wrong, very wrong. The tent had been cut open from the inside, not opened, cut, and their belongings still inside. Shoes, coats, supplies, everything, which raises the question, why would experienced hackers run into freezing darkness without their gear? Outside the tent, they found footprints leading away from the camp, some barefoot, some in socks. No signs of struggle, no signs of a fight, just people walking away like they left in a hurry but not in chaos. That is strange, because if something had attacked them, you'd expect panic, but this feels controlled, which somehow makes it worse. The first 2 bodies were found near a tree. Under the tree, there were signs they tried to make a fire. So think about that. They ran from the tent into the freezing dark and tried to survive, but it didn't work. They died from hypothermia. But that is just the beginning. As search teams continued, they found more bodies, some closer to the tent, as if they tried to go back. That alone tells us something. Whatever scared them, they eventually decided going back was better than staying away. Now ask yourself, how bad must have that thing been? Months later, they finally found more bodies, and this is where things got disturbing. Some had severe internal injuries, broken ribs, skull fractures, but no external wounds, no visible wounds, no cuts, no bruises that could match the level of damage. It was described like the force of a car crash without the visible impact. One victim was missing her tongue, another had missing eyes. At this point, you have to ask, what exactly happened over there? The Soviet authorities eventually closed the case. Their conclusion? A compelling natural force. That's it. No clear explanation, no details, just something powerful, which honestly sounds like they didn't know either. Over the years, many theories have emerged. Avalanche, possible, but there was little evidence. military testing, some reports mentioned strange light in the sky. Infrasound, natural phenomenon that can cause panic. But none of these explain everything. And that's what makes this case so powerful. Every explanation answers some questions but leaves others open. 9 experienced hikers, a cut tent, footprints into the cold, bodies scattered across the snow, and injuries that don't fully make sense. More than 60 years later, we are still asking the same question. What could make people abandon safety and run into certain death? And if it happened once, could it happen again?